ushering in a new age of beat 'em ups. While Double Dragon may not have been the first, it definitely was my first, and my first favorite game, too. And luckily, there's remakes that are on Steam that you can play. And I think no, it's on. I guess there's no hub sound. Like, they could have done the Double Dragon theme, but they didn't, which is kind of disappointing. But it comes with the first 3 Double Dragons remade. So let's hop in right into the first one. Let's see. Actually, the settings might have been in here. I might have. Yeah, I turned the sound off, which why the settings are in the games itself instead of the main hub makes no sense. So now, something I didn't notice before is it gives you the choice between remix or the 8-bit, which I'm gonna go for the 8-bit because the remix, I played this before, the remix is not that good. At least this has decent, easy sound settings. So you can play multiplayer or single player, and in the single player version, you can either play our arcade style or the story. Honestly, they don't feel any different to me. There might be a difference, but I can't tell, so I'll go ahead and start with the arcade. And it gives you a choice between 1 and 2 players again. Now, it does give you the option to play it in a 4:9 aspect ratio, but I really don't like that. Now, the main thing about this game is it's not like the NES one where you get more abilities as you go. You start off with all of your abilities, but you also just start doing random stuff that you don't want to do, and it's especially bad on the second game, because there's a dedicated button for punching backwards. Man, I do not like their redesign of the girl. The original design of the girl, in my opinion, was better. Now, I usually have trouble with the weapons, at least with the whip. Ah, man, the Obobos are so good. They're so strong. They're so fast. I might play the Obobo game, the fan-made game. So the arcade is different from the story, from what I remember. Ah, man. They just stun lock you. There we go. I like the NES version of the first Obobo fight better, where you fight on the moving platform. Oh man, that's so janky. Oh man, the hit detection of old beat 'em ups. Oh man, I get stuck on the ladders. Telling exactly where you are is difficult. Even in this, I think this might be based off of the Game Boy Advance remake. But yeah, this definitely does not. This old style of game does not hold up. Just the hit detection is bad. Now before, yeah, there you go, you see? Like, you gotta be behind them. I get stuck on that ladder again. Back! Freaking Green Lantern shows up. Starts putting the whoop down on me. I was able to get... The story's definitely easier. The story mode's definitely easier than an arcade. Because I was able to get... I think to the like the 4th section, or most of the way through the 3rd section in the story mode. You want to go for the guys with the weapons first if you can. Actually, see if I can use this to my advantage. Nope. I still... That 8-bit soundtrack... I just don't... I have a feeling it's not as good as the original, too. It's like... It's just like a modern track trying to play as an 8-bit rather than the 8-bit track, which kind of sucks, because like especially the remixed version of the main menu song just is not the same. It's just not as good. I also kind of wish they would have added like impact sounds to that bat. It just feels like sounds like I'm swinging at an air. I don't know how I do the headbutt. It just does things randomly. Yeah, I guess so. Man! You gotta freaking hug that back railing. Come on. Good job. Try to kick him off into it. That might be the easiest way to beat this guy. This is not a good matchup. At least they can't interrupt me when I'm in the middle of those combos, so I gotta... Even though I can't really control those, it's good to know. Man, I may, Come on. May use all 3 lives already. Just on this group of people. This part's alright. Well, yeah, it doesn't sound like an 8-bit track. It sounds like it's trying to be. Okay, these abobos You have to get those rocks. Oh, that... What? Oh man, now that's... He can pick it up, but I can't? Oh man, what a ripoff. Another, knockoff Green Lantern. The, man? Oops, yeah, I want to continue. I'm gonna play this all the way through. I might do the other ones on another video. I know they're all in a set, but they are technically different games. I don't know, we'll see. Man. You know what? I'm gonna go to the other games. I'm not gonna play that all the way through. It's just kind of frustrating. It just does not feel like you're in full control of the character. And Double Dragon 2 is even worse for that. And I'll show you why in a second. Villains just bust. See, I got an attack helicopter. Why can't I use that? So, X on my controller is a designated back kick, whereas in the first one, it's just a straight up kick. So while I'll get pummeled by Wolverine there, I can only use one. Ooh, that's see the girl's design here is better, but that's so dumb to have a dedicated backwards attack button. Like, you only have 4. One jumps. The other one doesn't do anything. It might pick up stuff. But I usually just button mash to pick up things, to be honest. I guess, you can't have people getting knocked out. Wow, this is terrible. How did they make it worse in the sequel? It just feels bad because I can only use, like, who designed this? Gabe Newell? Not Gabe Newell. I wouldn't want to disrespect Lord Gaben. The guy who did the Fable series, because he tried to simplify things to like 1 or 2 button at the most, but it just does not work. It's terrible in this game. Come on, Wolverine. I hate how it doesn't show the knife. Like, how am I supposed to defend myself from it? What did that guy have? Looks like a shovel. Oh, it's an axe? Man, you even get some of the the glitchiness of the NES version. That's it? One axe swipe for the boss? Oh. Okay. So if you're remember old games like demo games, start used to pause it, and the select, at least on the PlayStation, used to exit the game. The back button, which would be like the equivalent of the select button, is what pulls up the menu instead of the start, which normally would. So let's hop into Double Dragon 3 and hope it's better than 2, because 2 is just, it's terrible. It's so bad. Okay. Now this doesn't look like a... Oh man. Again, how is the first one better? Look at the way these guys move! What is this? Yeah, their characters, at least on the enemies, look better. I think my dude looks worse. But what is with that movement? It's terrible. At least he doesn't have a dedicated backwards attack, so I can actually kick people. So it's better than the second one already. And even with that movement, it's still better than that second one, because at least the AI is better. Like the AI, let's go in.
What would you like? You only need 1 coin. Typing anything. You can use music.
What is that? Oh, extra
Type
damage.
any attack.
Oh, interesting. I can buy level ups. That's a cool feature. Like, this feels more like a Genesis era beat 'em up, like early Genesis, like Golden Axe. But that movement, I've never seen movement look that bad before. Like, I know it's only diagonals, and it's not when it pans, when the camera pans, that looks fine. But when it doesn't, oh, that was cool. I guess my guys turned it to like Jean-Claude Van Damme or something. Because his moves are a lot easier to control. Like, I was able to replicate that move, kind of knowing what I did to do it. Whereas in the second game and in that first game, second game was the worst, but I can actually replicate stuff. And that's... What do I do? I've gotta... I'm guessing I have to jump attack? So they don't do any... Oh, they do damage to me when they're down. I thought they only did that. I did not do that. I didn't even know you could run. That running is actually decent. So I'm guessing I have to like jump kick, but he doesn't jump kick. Oh, I guess I have to let him pass and then attack them from behind, maybe? So stay in the center, lead them up. This is torture. This is bad. Like, what am I supposed to do? So I guess that number, it's yeah, that number on the top left is my health. So I get way more health in this game, but it's terrible. This game, this collection of games, I think is like $10. Maybe $5 at the lowest. I used to love Double Dragon on the NES, but this is just like, the first one is okay and handles alright. Second one is abysmal, don't touch it. Third one, like, what am I supposed to do without boss? It's cool that there's upgrades, that's progression in regards to how the game functions, but what am I supposed to do without boss? Why does my character look choppy, like you didn't properly animate him? I just cannot recommend this game. Like, the original Double Dragon, I know, like, rose-tinted glasses will always have, like, a special place, but it hasn't aged well, and this upgrade of it does not do it justice at all. It doesn't do any sort of improvements. It doesn't feel good. You still have no idea where you are in relation to other things. There's no shadows on the ground as a kind of indicator. It's just bad. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.